Okay, sorry folks. I had to take care of a little bit of business, and hopefully you guys will stop back in if you see me that I had to step out for a minute because I had to use the facilities. I guess it was drinking all the root beer and whatnot. So I had to step away for a few minutes. And hey, Mickey D. And I dropped in and got a little bit of Starbucks. Hopefully that won't go through me quick. But like I said, I was in a little stream earlier, and I don't know, had a little bit of issues, so had to end it real quick and take care of some business and come on back, and hopefully you guys will pop on back if you get the alert. I don't know. Just thought I'd go live for a little bit longer. I know this is kind of a pain. It's broken up into 3 parts or whatever, but so hey, Marthia B. Diaz Loquenda, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. And like I said, I was in there earlier and I had to step out for a minute and got myself a Starbucks and was going to have some more chat, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe the people are back. Maybe they're not. Maybe they thought I disappeared or overheated again. Sometimes have a little bit of trouble with the lives and reconnecting, and seems like YouTube lately has got a lot of trouble with getting reconnected, and they're always losing connection. And I don't know, maybe this is a little bit better. I don't know if I'm coming in clear or not. Sometimes the buffering stream gets a little bit of a problem. So I don't know, how am I doing? Am I coming in all clear enough for you? And I don't know if other people are going to be there or not. Time is at 1:30 here. And I don't know. Yeah, cool. Like I said, I just thought I would do a little bit more chatting for a little bit longer. See if anybody was out there. They're probably still in the other stream, or they went off and found some other people. And I was getting a little bit, I had to get some more to drink because I'm not used to talking so long. So, how are you doing today? How's it going for you today? Let's see. All right. Whew. Yeah. And let's see. Everybody hopefully will hop back on. And like I said, I don't know. Maybe the other stream is still buffering. I think that one's still live out there. I don't know. My first stream, I seem to have a little bit of trouble because I never officially ended it. It's probably just buffering, but we will see. Okay, cool. Well, happy birthday for you when March 3rd rolls around. Happy birthday in advance. And like I said, for those of you that just found your way back, I don't know, I had to take a pit stop and take care of the other issues. So back on this one, just chatting for a little while. I got a Starbucks tea. Probably not any good, but helping my throat. Hi, Super Mama Go. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. I know 7 Lex and some of the other people were in here earlier. Funko Pop. I don't know if they're gonna come back or they thought I abandoned stream. Okay. So it's nice to have you here. Welcome to YouTube. I hope you're having a good time on the YouTube land. And like I said, everybody else that wanders in or pops in, everybody can feel free to visit other people's pages and also check them out and get to know each other. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, everybody just come in the stream, make friends, talk to everybody, see how they're doing. I'm sure there's other people that are gonna, pop in and out. And yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to go on here in a little bit and help with the watch time and get everybody together and help everybody out. I just have a little bit of chat, seeing everybody, getting to know everybody. So that's good. Kind of helps my throat. I've been talking for a little while since like noon or whatever, so off and on. And so yeah, for those of you that just came in, I don't know if you guys think you're fairly new to my streams. I haven't seen you on there before, although I haven't done a whole lot of live streams. So oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not real good at Spanish, so I don't really know how to speak Spanish, so it's okay if you don't know the English that well. That's okay. You could just sit back and listen, or put whatever words that you do know, go ahead and add those in. Like I said, I'm not I know enough in Spanish to order things at a restaurant. That's about what I know. Tacos, burritos, enchiladas, things like that. I took some Spanish in high school, but never really got proficient with it. So, oh, that's good. Yeah, smash the like. Hey, Eli's back. Yeah, like I said, I had had to step out for a minute. My favorite movie of all times. I have mentioned this in some other live streams and also some of my videos. My favorite movie of all time is Highlander. The original Highlander #1. Sean Connery and Christopher Lambert. That's my favorite movie of all time. I've seen it. I know I've seen it 100 times at least. I like the show. I like the movies. Some of the movies were better than others, but the first one was my original favorite. So that's my favorite movie. And if you haven't seen the Highlander movie, it was from the 80s. I actually watched the one. I was cracking up the other day. There was a episode of The Goldbergs. I don't know if you watched that one, where they had a Highlander group in high school. It was kind of funny episode because the guy that played in the Highlander, he's been playing on that Goldbergs. He plays a teacher, woodshop teacher. And he was kind of making fun of the Highlander movie. So, especially since he was one of the stars of it. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, that's my favorite one. And probably my second favorite one would be Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know too much of the Spanish movies or foreign films, but everybody has their own favorites, I guess. What's yours, Super Go? I don't know what kind of movies you're into. I'm into like the comedies and the sci-fi and the action films. I stay away from the romance movies, chick flicks or whatever you want to call it. Man in Black. The first one, right? with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. That one was a good one. The second and the third were okay. I think I even heard they're doing a Men in Black 4. I don't know. I don't know if that's coming out or not, but I heard something about it. There's always something in the works somewhere along the line. Or they do a reboot of movies, or they do something different. They've always got something in the works. I know they've got all the big push right now for the superhero movies. So if you're a superhero fan, best place to go on vacation. Used to say it was Vegas, but I don't go on vacation much anymore, so I wouldn't really know. I haven't been on vacation in probably 10 years, so couldn't really say. I do a staycation where I stay at home. Like the episode of Married with Children where Al went on a vacation on the couch. He had the little baby gate, closed himself off and watched TV for a week. That's my vacation. Stay at home and take it easy. Don't have to deal with the crowds or the flights or anything like that. And you get to watch movies in your own home. And if you want to go to exotic locations, you can watch, like he did, you can watch like Casablanca or, something like that. I don't know. So, what's everybody up to today in the getting ready for the weekend? And doing anything special on the weekend? I know this week was a long holiday. States where you love to live. I don't know about that one. I'm in California, by the way. I don't know if people in here, the new people, know that. I'm in Northern California in the Bay Area, so that's where I'm at, but I don't know where everybody else is from. A lot of people are from all over different parts of the country. Some of them are in different countries and overseas and all different places. So everybody's a little bit different, a little bit unique. Everybody's welcome in here, wherever you're from. Yeah. So, oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. That's a good one. Yeah. I think I liked the first one the best. The other ones were okay. And I liked Orlando Bloom when he was in the Lord of the Rings. Played in that one. That was good. That was one of my favorite ones too. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Those were good. I was always like a fantasy, sci-fi type buff, so those were my favorite ones. Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, all that geeky stuff. That was my fun stuff. And, all the other, I like the superhero movies too, but more of a sci-fi fan. I was more into Star Trek than I was in Star Wars. Ever since I was a little kid, 5 years old, I used to watch Star Trek at home. And I always have a story that I used to tell when I was probably about 5 years old. And my dad, he'd come home from work, and we had a local channel here. It was Channel 2. They used to put, Star Trek was on at 5 o'clock in the evening. And this was the day before VCRs, before any of the, things that you could save it or whatever. 5 o'clock, they would put Star Trek on, and he'd come home from work, and he'd put his feet up, and he'd start watching Star Trek. That was, his time, his show. And, I'd come home, and we only had one TV back then. I'd want to watch cartoons, or I'd want to watch something else, and my dad would be watching Star Trek, and he'd fall asleep in his chair, and he'd say, you know, hey, don't change the channel. I'm watching that. And so if I tried to go change the channel, he'd wake up and tell me, no, don't change the channel. So I had to sit and I had to watch Star Trek whenever he watched it. So I guess that's where I kind of came in. Had to watch the show and started liking it from when I was 5 years old. So guess that kind of started me on the whole sci-fi geek thing. That was kind of interesting to do. Yeah, you know, now with everything you got, you know, streaming, you got DVDs, you got on demand, you got all this stuff. So I went to Starbucks. I had to step out for a minute and use the facilities from the other stream. So stopped in and got myself some tea from Starbucks. I'm not a coffee drinker, but got a little bit of tea for after lunch. Yeah, the new Pirates of the Caribbean, I heard that's supposed to be coming out. Yeah, it's number 6, I think it is. Yeah. I don't even know all the title names of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Ooh, I know. Blah, blah, blah. I'll have to... Here, have some tea. Here, Shelby, have some tea. I know, you drink coffee. I know that's coffee and you are never breaking up. I know that. Did you get your dinner? Did you get your the dinner finished, Shelby? I'm probably going to have my dinner when I get home. It's 1 o'clock now. Yeah, I'm kind of happy to see it too. Yeah, a lot of people need coffee and then they have to get the coffee to get them through the day. I'm not a coffee drinker, so never cared for it. It's all gone. Okay, well, that's okay. For my dinner, I'm not sure what I'm going to have for dinner. I'll find out when I get home. Whatever I think I could make. Maybe pancakes and bacon. Maybe that sounds good. Last night I had stew. Beef stew. And I don't know. I got a couple things in mind. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I used to be doing on Fridays, it used to be Papa Murphy's had a $5 Friday that you could get a $5 pepperoni pizza, but they jacked the price up. So not going to be doing $5 Fridays anymore. They put it up to like $9 now. So I figured that wouldn't last. So, yeah. Ah. Phone down, phone down. Hey, Dat Sonic, how's it going? Yeah, chicken stew, I've had that before. I've made chicken stew. I've made beef stew. I've made some kind of, it was like a curry stew one time. And, oh, lots of different stew recipes. Hey, KB211, how is it going? Just doing a little bit of after dinner, after lunch chat. I went to, in my previous streams, I went to Taco Bell and got some nacho fries. And now I'm just having the glass of Starbucks tea with it's an Earl Grey latte, just Earl Grey tea. So I had to step out for a minute. All that stuff from lunch went through me, so I had to make a pit stop. So I'm gonna have a little bit of tea here. Actually, today's actually nice out here. Just 2 days ago, it was thunderstorms and hail. I don't know if you guys saw that little quick video I put up of all the hail storms and the rainstorms here. And now today it's nice and sunny. So, you know, weather can change here from 1 minute to the next. I am in California, Northern California, Bay Area, near San Francisco. So, yeah, it's been wacky and wild over the last 2 weeks. We've gotten lots of rain, really cold, and it actually snowed here. My town hadn't snowed in 30 years. Yeah, it was really weird. It got cold enough to snow here and hadn't done that since 1972 or 74 or something like that, where we actually had snow that stayed, and we had hailstorms, and we had rain and super cold into the 30s, and just really crazy. To make videos or something, couponing girl. Well, hi, coffee is life. Thanks for stopping in. I don't know what you're saying about other couponers to say hi. I don't really know about the couponing, but yeah, like I said, I'm sorry if I missed you. Coffee is life. I didn't know. Sometimes the chat goes by and I don't actually see the comments. They go by so quickly, and sorry if I missed you earlier. I apologize. Like I said, sometimes the comments get away from me and I don't always see you. And like I said, I apologize if, I miss anybody in the chat. No, I have not heard of 12 Bones, so I'm sorry. I don't know that one. Like I said, I only know the places around here, and that's not one of them. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. There might be a lot of places that people went to, or famous people that ate there, and I don't know too many. I just know the ones that are around my area. Okay, like I said, I've never been to North Carolina. I've never been to, a lot of places back east. One year I did drive from California to Ohio, and I went through a lot of states, but I never really stayed in anywhere or visited any of the other places. I've only been to a few states. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Nevada. I've been Las Vegas and Reno. I lived in Arizona for 3 years while I was going to school. I was in Phoenix, and I spent a summer in Ohio when I was little. So that's really the extent of the places that I've been. I've been to, I've been to places like, I've been to Hawaii. I went 2 times to Hawaii. When I went to Honolulu, when I went to Maui. Been to Las Vegas and Reno, and I've been through places like Chicago and some of those other places when I was flying different places, but that's really it. I haven't really done any visiting of any of the places. I'd like to go to a lot of places like Chicago, and maybe like Memphis or somewhere like that. There's always a lot of places I'd kind of like to go, but just haven't done a lot of traveling. I kind of stay close to home. Gone through a lot of different places in California, up and down Southern California, Northern California, lots of different places, but I just don't travel as much as I used to. Part of it is because it's real expensive, and don't get to see as much as I'd like to. So I'm doing the reviews around me, the places that are around me. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't mind going to Miami. I think that'd be fun to go to. I know they've got a lot of good food there, Cuban food, and um, all that kind of different kind of inspired things. And I think I wouldn't mind going to Louisiana for the Cajun kind of food, and New Orleans and all that kind of stuff. I know they got a lot of good food there. Texas or Kansas City for a good barbecue. There's a lot of good places around the country that I wouldn't mind going to. But, I have to get the funds, and it's really expensive. And maybe once I, get up there and get some sponsors or whatever, might be able to do it. But for now, I'm just staying close to home and doing what I can. And I'm always looking for, unique places, different places that have strange foods or strange items, things like that. Sometimes I can find some really cool stuff. I know there's a lot of, along the way, there's truck stops and roadside diners like they have on that one, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, where he goes around the country and finds like little holes in the wall. I like to go to some of those places, but not too many around me, so you never know. So what time is it? Well, it's almost 2. So I'll be in for a little bit longer, seeing if anybody pops in. I think a lot of people are off in other things or getting it's 2 o'clock here, so 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. It's probably dinner time. East Coast, that's where everybody's off to. Or they're in other streams, or a lot of people tend to go live different times. So you never know. But I just thought I'd go back on for a little while and see what you guys were up to. I'm sure people didn't get the alert of this last one, but you never know. And I think that other one's actually still running still. I don't know. And hopefully people will pop in and say hi and see what's going on. I'll wait for a little while and see if anybody shows up. I'm sure the stream will be circulating out. Hey, Brenda Klein, how is it going? Nice of you to stopping in. I had a little bit of a fiasco earlier with hey, Marilee's Bestine, whatever. I can't, I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry if I'm, butchering your names. Sometimes it's tough to see. Yeah, Brenda, I was on earlier. I had a little bit of trouble with the live streams. The first one overheated and I got knocked off. And then I was having nacho fries from Taco Bell. And then I was doing the other one, and then I had to make a pit stop. So I finally got back in this one, and I'm just having some tea from Starbucks. So, and doing a little bit of chatting, seeing how everybody's weekend's going. The nacho fries, yeah, they were good. They're not the next week. Hopefully, if they get them, they're going to have a thing called rattlesnake fries and Carolina Reaper fries at Taco Bell. So maybe I'll be doing that next week. But this is just the nacho fries, and I've done reviews on them. It's just the coated nacho fries. I think I still have a little bit left here. Not many, but this was the the nacho fries. They're just the regular fries, and then they had the beef and the sour cream and the all that stuff with the hot peppers. I got jalapenos on them, so they were pretty good. And yeah. Well, I'm not real big on Dr. Pepper. I've been trying to what I've been trying to do is drink the decaffeinated Coke Zero, no sugar Coke Zero, so it's no caffeine, no sugar, and it still kind of has the flavor. I'm trying to stay away from caffeine altogether. And I know this is the Earl Grey tea, so it's probably got some caffeine in it, but whatever. I don't know, yesterday, boy, I'm telling you, I had a little adventure, I guess you could say. I was doing some reviews, and I did well, that's always good. I tried, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the other two, but I tried an energy drink, and I don't have energy drinks all that much. And I tried an energy drink before I went to bed, and I was kind of, got a little bit hopped up before I went to sleep. And I don't know, maybe you'll see. I did some reviews after I had that energy drink, and whoa, got a little bit way goofy on that one. So I don't drink, I don't drink any alcohol or mixed drinks much. Only when I go on vacation. Okay, yeah. I don't watch the CSI Miami too much. Yeah. Well, I was doing the review, and, like you and the rum, you get a little bit of a rum, and you get a little bit, a little bit kooky. Then with it being late at night, I got a little bit, I was a little bit hopped up on that last review. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like a candy or something. So I was kind of bouncing off the walls, and it took me a little while to get to sleep too. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing those energy drinks late at night anymore. Used to get them all the time, but then decided that's not too good of a thing. I know a lot of people get the energy drinks to stay awake, but not me. Try to stay away from them now. Yeah, I know that fake sugar sometimes will get you. Okay. Vita energy pill. I don't know if I've seen that. Like I said, Starbucks, if you're watching, here you go. I enjoy a good cup of Starbucks. If you're looking for a spokesperson. Yeah, always open to any kind of sponsors out there that see my video. Although I did get the one that watched my gummy candy video. They sent me all their gummy candies in the mail, so that was a good one. I got 15 packs of gummy candy for free. Finally now just getting to the end of them. I had a gummy palooza overload on that. They had like 7 or 8 different flavors of gummy candy, and they sent me one of each. Actually 2 of each. So I had a bunch of gummy candy. They weren't the name brand like the Haribo or the the other one, the Haribo and the Trolley. They weren't that. They were off-brand company, but it was cool. I got it for free. Got to try it. And, always open to suggestions from people. Sometimes I get stuff in the mail. If you go on some of these things and you take a free survey, they'll send you things for free to try it out, and sometimes you just have to give your opinion on them. I got a couple things in there. I was on this one called, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I actually got a thing from Chewy the other day. I ordered a big bag of natural cat litter. It's like wood shavings or whatever. It's like all natural cedar. Got that for the cats. It was like a big 40-pound bag. They delivered it. But it took a little while because it was right in the middle of when they had that big snowstorm, and I guess their warehouse was in Reno, and they were getting all the snow in Reno, and so it delayed the shipping time. I don't know if you guys saw in the news that it was snowing in Las Vegas the other day. That doesn't often happen. They don't get snow out there. That was when it was hailing here. So, you know, weather can turn wacky and wild one minute to the next. You never know. So you're going to do your live, Brenda, on Saturday and Sunday? Whopper Jr. going to be there this time, maybe? Oh yeah, and if you were, I don't think you were in the lives earlier. Okay, that's cool. I don't know if you were in the lives earlier, Brenda. I mentioned it was on, I think it was either the last live or the first live, I don't really remember, that I recently reached 1,500 and I'm at half my watch time. So that's pretty good. Hopefully with these lives, I'll boost it up a little bit more. Seems like there's a lot new people coming into my channel, checking me out. So hopefully I'll keep getting all the people out there. And hey, Jaded Kid, how is it going? Yep. Just having a little chat with everybody and seeing what's up. Having a little bit of Starbucks afterwards. I was at Taco Bell earlier and having some nacho fries and for lunch, and just going on here. Yeah. You'll make it, Brenda. I'm sure you'll get there. Yeah, I've been pretty good. Like I said, I was out doing, and I kind of had a little bit of a fun-filled and packed day. I actually did a breakfast review before that. Yeah, I think a lot of my watch time has to do with a video that I made for a prize I won from Eric Surf 6. I don't know if people follow him, but he's a big YouTuber in Japan. I won a prize package from him, and I did an unboxing and a trying, and I've got quite a few views on that one, and it's about a half-hour long video. So I think that's where a lot of my watch time is coming from. The people have been watching that because he puts links to it from his channel, so that helps out a lot. And, you know, just putting out the content, I think. Daily videos, and I'm trying to go live more and more and get the watch time up. And sometimes it's a little bit hard to do, but, you know, I'm always grinding on doing a review or doing content, or if I'm in the store, I'm always looking for something that I think would make a good review. And that's why I post a lot of, you know, stuff that I find on Instagram, and eventually some of them make them into a review. Some of them, you know, they don't, because they're either too expensive or weird and wild, but I don't know that I'd want to take the time to try them. Like some of those chocolates I found for Valentine's Day, I don't think I want to try those. But they're interesting to see, you know, pictures of them and giant candy bars or whatever. And, you know, there's only so much you can do. I don't think I could review it. Oh, okay. Oh, well. Got to do what you got to do. But, you know, it's good that you're going back to work, and get on when you can, I guess. So I'll keep an eye out for you whenever you go live or whenever you put a video out, maybe on the weekend. I know a lot of people, that they do YouTube and it's part-time, and they're always looking to do something, fit it in between their busy schedules. And I know a lot of people out there like Mickey and some of the other people, Sarah was on earlier, they got their job and they fit their videos in between. And sometimes, life gets in the way and you can't put as much time as you want to YouTube. And it really is a full-time job. Yeah. You do what you can. You got the weekend to do your editing and do your lives and do whatever it is that you need to do to get done. And, not everybody can find the time. So, yeah, you just got to do what you do. And I've just been really pushing to get my watch time and get my videos and get the content. I'm just trying to get noticed. I try to get involved in everybody's streams and networking and visiting everybody, like Pusa Studios and Green Bay Wacky and some of the other YouTubers that are out there. And yeah, I love to do it too. And it is a lot of work. A lot of people don't realize, especially for me, since I'm a food review channel, and I've got to, track all this stuff down. I've got to go down. I've got to get it ordered. I've got to, set it up and do the testing and film it and then edit it. And, some people that just, do, live and they just have a little chat, or they have, other things where they just film their stuff. They don't have a lot of preparations. And, it just depends on the channel content. If, a lot of people have to do things like me, I've got to travel out to the locations. Like when I did that giant burrito challenge, it was an hour drive out there. And then I had to order it and set up in the car and get everything ready and, actually film it and do that. And so it takes a lot of time and, effort. And I'm always looking to find out, where new things are or where the unusual things are. And it's a lot of driving and searching. Sometimes you go somewhere and they don't have it, and then you have to go somewhere else. And I don't know if you guys are like me. When you go to a grocery store, sometimes I'll go to one grocery store and they don't have everything at that grocery store, so I gotta stop at another one because they don't have it, or the one grocery store is way too expensive. Yeah, I do that too. And what I've been doing lately is I just put the bloopers at the end. When I'm filming it, if I goof up, I just cut that part out, move it to the end, and splice them all together. Like I said, when I get goofy at night, it's a blooper palooza tour. Yeah, but some people just let it go and they leave the bloopers in or whatever. I know a lot of people out there I've seen people that have a whole entire channel devoted to like raw footage of something, where they take the video and they post it with the raw footage, like behind the scenes and bloopers, and they leave all that stuff in. And if it's like, if you ever watch Survivor or something, or Big Brother or something like that on TV, where they have the cameras rolling 24/7, and a lot of times they do the live feeds and it's really boring just watching the people sit around. And sometimes, when you're doing a video and you're getting the camera angles and you're getting everything set up and you're waiting for the stuff to cook, or you're opening the bag or opening the box, and people don't want to sit and watch you fiddling with opening a box or sorting through things or things like that. So you have to kind of cut that part out of that. And like on that show, you get like a 12-hour feed, and they can edit it down to like 10 minutes. They have to go through and do a lot of editing. So yeah, it is a lot of work, and you gotta kind of have to love what you're doing and love creating content, and I always try to give a good video for you guys out there to watch. And you know, I'm just an amateur. I don't have professional editing skills, and I didn't go to film school or anything like that. I'm just kind of doing it on the fly as I go, so learning as I go. Gotten a lot better. I was actually going back through some of my first videos, kind of cringing on them because didn't have the skills that I have now. And first couple ones, I wasn't even in front of the camera, and I didn't know about the sound quality, and I didn't know about, you know, splicing things together or having any fancy openings or things like that. Hey, Latina J, how's it going? Just doing a little chatting. I stopped by Starbucks and got a tea. And earlier I got a nacho fries at Taco Bell earlier. Yeah, I had to learn on my own. I've been using the iMovie for my iPhone, and I didn't know anything about editing before, because I used to, when I did my first couple ones, I didn't know how to put two different clips together. I didn't know how to splice them together, so I had to do it all in one take and then just post it. Or if I screwed up halfway through, I had to start all over. Then I found out, hey, I could cut that out. Just, you know, put it around. And I know that live is a lot different than, you know, editing. You're not as smooth. And if you're like me, I find out that sometimes I get a little nervous, and I use a lot of ums and uhs and things like that. I think we all kind of do that. I'm not as polished as we once were. I actually in college, I took a public speaking class, and that was interesting because you had to give a speech on the stage, and what they had is, in the audience, they had a guy, and he had a row of lights, and it was like green light was go, and then they had like a time speech, it was like after like 5 minutes, they would turn on the yellow light and say, you know, you're getting close to the time, and then they'd do the red light saying, you know, okay, wrap it up. And they start flashing the red light and say, you know, time to wrap it up. And then they had another guy in there with a horn, and every time you said or like, or, you know, some kind of thing like that where you were kind of stuttering and stammering, he'd honk the horn at you trying to give a speech, and then you'd hear, you know, honk honk trying to get you to break you the habit of using the like and as, and you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So yeah, I kind of learned a little bit about that in the public speaking. Back in the day where you had to write everything down on paper, you had to come up with like a script for your speech, and now you just kind of do it on the fly. And you can edit it, change it around. Not like the live though. Yeah, well, they had a guy, they had the little wooga horns, you know, wooga, wooga, honk, honk. Yeah, kind of shock you into not saying things, or not saying or like. And sometimes you'd be up there and you'd be on the stage and get into a pattern, and then you'd say and you'd say honk, 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 honk. Almost start laughing, and you couldn't finish your speech. Then you get the other guy flashing the red light at you and getting ready to pull you off the stage, throw you off. Yeah. You never know. I don't know if they do that much anymore. I don't know, in the colleges or in the high school. I think they have a lot of different classes now from when I went to school. Yeah. Yeah, we had, when I went to school, I went to technical college for computers. I got a computer degree, and they kind of, they did the business and the, the speech and things like that as a secondary classes. They mostly focused on computer programming and, mathematics and stuff like that. They threw in a little bit of the speech and the public communication and that type of thing, but it was more of a computer degree, so they kind of stay away from that, humanity part of it, and the public speaking and the history and stuff like that. It was mostly a technical degree, so they kind of got away from that. I did go to junior college, so I took some of those mathematical and social studies and things like that, so I've got a lot of background in it. And the funny part is I was doing calculating on how long I actually went to school from when I was in kindergarten till when I went through junior college and college, and I graduated. And all told, I think I figured it out, it was 19 years. A 19-year education. That was, all the way through high school, and then junior college, and then the 4-year, well, it was a equivalent of 4-year degree, but we went year round, so we did a 4-year education in about 3.5 years. There was no summer off. We went like 45 weeks out of the year to make it go faster, so kind of crash course. So yeah, fast paced, not like colleges. Some people go up there and they have the summer off to go do whatever they do. Of course, I went to Phoenix, and if you've ever been to Phoenix in the summer, you know what I'm talking about. It's not a fun place to be. 122 degrees. The seat of your car would burn your butt. Not a fun place. Yeah. We went all year. We went 45 weeks out of the year. We had like about 2-week break between. They had them trimesters instead of quarters. So yeah, it was high tech, fast paced, and had to spend a lot of time in the lab programming. And that was back in the late 80s when I went. So that was before all the tablets and cell phones and whatnot. So I guess I got an old school education with the old classical languages that they probably don't even use anymore. I had the original ones of Fortran, Pascal, C+. I don't even know what the programming languages are out there now. All the web-based stuff, and everything's an app. There were no apps. High tech when I was younger was PC or Mac. That was the extent of it. Either you had a PC or a Mac. Okay, well, I can do you one better, Brenda. I started my college in 88 and I graduated in 91. So that goes to show you how old a fogey I am. Graduated in 91. Summer of 91, I think. Or no, February of 91. Yeah. Then I moved back to California after I lived in Phoenix for 3 years. Believe me, I don't want to go back. Was not a fun experience over there. When you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and it's already 110 degrees, that's too hot. So yeah, not planning on going back there anytime soon. At least to Phoenix anyway. Maybe there are some other parts that don't get as hot. They're a little bit nicer, but it was not a fun experience. And that whole thing was kind of rough, because when I was in high school, they actually came I went to DeVry University, and I don't know if they have commercials much anymore. This technical college, and they actually came to my high school, and they did like a kind of recruitment thing where they told you what programs they had, and they said, you know, you can go here and you can get your degree and year round or whatever. Uh, you can get a scholarship and you can pay off your money and yada yada yada. And they only had, at the time, they had two locations. One was in LA and one was in Phoenix. And LA was a lot more expensive and I didn't want to go there, so I went to Phoenix. And they told me, they kind of rooked me into it. They said, okay, go down to the place when, you know, sign up for it, get enrolled, and then you can go down to Phoenix to go there like a couple days before class gets started. You go up there, they'll have a meeting where you can get a roommate and you can go, you get an apartment, and then they have a job placement where they can get a part-time job while you're going to school, and you know, everything's all worked out and it would be cool, and you don't have to go up there early, just get there right before the classes start and you'll be okay. Well, I followed their advice. I got there like, you know, the weekend before the classes started. I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything. I just got up there. I drove up there, and their roommate meetings just consisted of a room of people that needed a roommate, and then they gave you like, you know, 10 minutes to meet up with someone, and a list of apartments nearby, and said, here, go down to such and such apartment and talk to them and get you a apartment, and, you know, move in together. And you didn't know who they were, and you had like, you know, 10 minutes to talk to people. And then, so out of sheer luck, I found a roommate, and we found a place, and we got it that particular day. And then their job placement consisted of a bulletin board with little cards of jobs. You know, here, go down here and apply for a job at one of the places I applied was Whataburger. Sure, heard of that one. It was in Arizona, and I worked there for about a month. That was not fun. Then ended up working security. That worked out good. I was working late night security while I was going to school. So, but yeah, they weren't real helpful in all that. So, you know, it's like the Army. You know, the recruiters get you to join it, and then they kind of bend and ship and leave you on your own. As long as they get their quota or recruitment or whatever, they'll tell you what you want to hear. So yeah. But yeah, I stuck it out. I got my degree, and fortunately, when I came back, 91, that was kind of when they were doing they weren't hiring like entry-level positions. It was kind of like a hiring freeze or whatever back in 91. And it was kind of tough to find a real good job. So yeah, been a big struggle along the time, but you do what you can do. Yeah, like I said, I worked security at night, and I was like in office complexes and stuff. Got to ride around a little golf cart. Kind of cool. And I remember back when I did on the weekends and at night, I would drive around in a little golf cart at this office complex, and this was way back when I had a little Sony Watchman. It was a TV with an antenna. Black and white. I used to be able to watch Doctor Who and some of the other stuff on the weekends. Drive around a little golf cart parked there and watch the TV. Guess it was a, you know, old time, you know, smartphone or whatever. A lot different now. Don't have all that old tech. So yeah, things have changed a lot since I was younger, but you never know. Well, what time is it? 2:30. Well, I think I'm going to head on home now that I've been on for quite a while. And I think everybody's off. They're off doing whatever. There's not too many people in here. So I guess I'll probably wrap it up and head home and work on some more videos tonight and get a couple lined up and ready to go. I've actually been trying to get ahead. I've got about a week's worth of videos already uploaded and ready to go. So you'll be seeing those in the next few days. And on Sunday, I'm actually going to have 2 videos, so keep an eye out for those. I got 2 of them going. And you'll be happy to know, Brenda, that they're cookies. 2 cookie reviews. And I'll just give you a hint. They're almost like Girl Scouts, but they're not Girl Scout cookies. So keep an eye out for those. Those will actually go up Sunday. I forget what one I've got for Saturday. I don't even remember. Well, I think it's Saturdays, I think, is Captain Crunch. Yeah. Saturday, I think, is tonight, later at midnight. I think I'm doing the chocolate berry Captain Crunch. I think that's the one I put up. Can't remember, actually. Yeah, I think it's chocolate Captain Crunch Berry. Different one. They got some weird cereals out there. Some of the things I've had them for a long time. I just haven't got around to doing them. And slowly going through my pile of snacks and things like that. And always fun to find new things. And then once I get to the bottom of the pile, almost, I find other things. Then I get another bag full of stuff that I got to try. Kind of a never-ending thing. Then they're always putting something new out, throwing me a wrench, just like today. And you weren't probably in the lives earlier when I said I did for breakfast. I went to McDonald's and tried new breakfast menu items at McDonald's. If you like donuts, you'll check them out. That's all I'll say. Sure, a lot of people have already done them all by now. Kind of just whenever they go out, I kind of gotta find them. Yes, McDonald's has new items, and since you're the only one in here, I'll give you the exclusive scoop, unless people watch the replay. McDonald's released donut sticks. They're a little like the Burger King funnel fries. They're little donut sticks. And they're just little fried donut sticks. There's no frosting or icing or anything on them, just powdered or just cinnamon sugar on them. That's their new item, at least on the breakfast. And then there's some other ones. I'm gonna go next week. I don't know if you probably didn't see it earlier. Freddy Foodie King told me that they're gonna have Taco Bell is gonna have rattlesnake fries and Carolina Reaper fries. No, they were doing a nationwide test, and I'm gonna go ahead and try those. It's supposed to be the Carolina Reaper sauce and some other kind of hot sauce, I guess, for the nacho fries. So we'll find out. We'll find out about that. I don't know. Don't know too much about them. Yeah, and the thing is sometimes these things, they come out and I don't know about them, and I look on the apps and it's not on the apps. I actually looked on the McDonald's app to see if they had the donut fries, and it doesn't show on the apps. But when I go into the McDonald's today, they had them on the menu, but they didn't have any flyers on the outside or any signs on the outside that said, donut fries here. Only when you go inside and they got the animated menus, it says, donut fries. So sometimes you got to know when they're going to hit. And sometimes when they say they're coming out on a certain day, they necessarily don't come out on that particular day. Sometimes other places get them before other ones, and never know. And then you ask the people at the store, say, hey, do you got the donut fries? And they look at you like, what are you talking about? Donut fries? I don't know anything about that. Yeah, so it's always a fun thing. And like, I know when I did that back in October, I was doing the Nightmare King. And boy, that was a nightmare just to find that stupid thing. And they said that they were going to have it out for, I don't know, like a couple weeks before Halloween. And I went to the one place and asked them about him, and they looked at me like I'm crazy. I said, you guys got the Nightmare King? Huh? What are you talking about? I don't know anything about Nightmare King. And I went to like 3 different Burger Kings, and no one knew what I was talking about. And then like a week later, they actually got them, but some other places got them ahead of me, like Southern California and some of the other places. But yeah, it's just a miscommunication, and I guess it depends on the location or, you know, the individual restaurant, whether they get them or not, shipping delays or whatever. So it's tough to track them down sometimes. It's also kind of frustrating, especially if you look on the app or you call them up. Yeah, it was a really bad communication, because I talked to a lot of other people, and they said the same thing. They went in there and they didn't know what they were talking about. And then the one girl I was talking to, Sarah Star Vlogs, she's in Texas, and she actually went down there and tried to talk to them, and then they said they wouldn't be getting it until Halloween. So, hey, Nappy Missy, how's it going? I was just doing a little bit of chatting on here and saying hi to some people, and was just getting ready to wrap it up in a little bit. But yeah, it's all communication, and whenever they get them, and sometimes there's a problem delivering them, or they don't have enough things allocated and they're more popular, and then some of them only got so many items. And I think I heard them saying something about they only got 150 buns per store, and that'd sell out in about 3 minutes. So yeah, it's all hit and miss. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. And I know when I did that Diablo Taco Bell chips, and that was supposed to be at 7-Eleven. I went and looked for that stupid thing. I went to 7 different 7-Elevens, and no one knew what I was talking about. And I said, where's the Diablo chips? And they didn't look at me. They couldn't figure it out. What are you talking about, Taco Bell chips? It's 7-Eleven. I said, yeah, 7-Eleven exclusive. Diablo Taco Bell chips. No one had them. About a week later, after they were supposed to have come out, I finally found them. But yeah, sometimes it takes a lot to track down stuff. And some places where they say they have them, they don't have them. So it's all hit and miss. So yeah, it's a lot more running around, a lot more tracking stuff down and finding who has it or who doesn't have it in stock. And half the time, the people that are out on the floor somewhere, they don't know what it is, and they don't want to check in the back, or they don't want to get it. I guess you gotta almost have a hookup. Like some of these people do have a hookup, and they know they'll actually get in contact with them and say, hey, come on down, I'll hook you up with, whatever items coming out. And they kind of get exclusive. So it's always good to have a contact at, Burger King or McDonald's or Walmart or whatever that kind of knows when things hit. Some places get them sooner than others, so never know. I just try to find them when I can. Yeah, they are and they aren't. It also depends on where you are in the country. Some of them distribute them faster, and some of them, I don't know. like when they had it Christmas time, Mountain Dew had that Merry Mashup. It was the soda. It was the pomegranate mix, and it was like for Christmas time. I even went on their website, and it didn't make it to the stores, and it said it was supposed to be at my Little Caesars Pizza, and I went down there. They didn't have it. They didn't know what I was talking about. And then I went to the Walmart. They didn't have it. And then like a week later, it showed up on the website saying that they had it there. Found it. I find out, the way I find out about a lot of them is a lot of other food reviewers that I follow, they either do a review on it or they, tell you about when it's coming out. A lot of times I'll see it online. Some people know, when it's come out. I also go on like Taco Bell and McDonald's and Jack in the Box, and I join like their mailing list, and sometimes I'll get an email that says, nacho fries are back at Taco Bell this week, or try the new so-and-so at Jack in the Box. And I kind of know it that way, but a lot of the stuff I'll see either online or through word of mouth from people. They say, hey, like I found out that the Coca-Cola is doing orange vanilla Coke. It's coming out on the 25th. It's in the cans, and I'm going to try and find that. But when it's going to come out on the 25th, it may not make it to the stores on the 25th. At least not here. Sometimes, it takes a couple days to hit out here. Yeah, no, orange vanilla Coke. It's a mix of orange and vanilla, kind of like a creamsicle. I have had the peach flavored Coke. I did a review on the one in the bottle. It was like one of my first reviews, Orchard Peach. What was it? No, Atlanta Peach, I think it was, in the bottle. And I wish I would have filmed a review. I won a peach Coca-Cola from Critical East Japan, and he sent me one from Japan, and it was in the bottle, and I was able to try that. It was similar to the peach one in the bottle, and so I have tried those. And the thing is with the orange vanilla Coke, they have at a lot of the restaurants, they have the freestyle Coke machine where you can mix flavors. They have them at like Wendy's and at Jack in the Box and some of the other, like I think Wingstop and some of these other places, and some have even had them in the grocery stores or 7-Eleven, where you can pick different mixes. You can get like all different flavors with your Coke. You could get like cherry Coke, lemon Coke, orange Coke, grape, strawberry, and you could do like, Fanta and Sprite and all that. And so what you could do is you could just say, you put in the Coke, and then you could put orange and vanilla. And I know they have both of those combos, so you could do it in the Coke machine. So you could do it that way. It's not going to be the same mix as it would be in the can, but you can make your own flavors that way, at least. But I also tried. All right. See you later, Brenda. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you tomorrow on your live. Okay. Nappy Missy. Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up too. Get home. I've been out most of the day since around 11 o'clock. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. And like I said, sorry I kind of had to break this one up, and technical difficulties and everything. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff and just trying to get in the watch time. So yeah, I'm just down the street from my house, so it won't take me long to get home, about 5 minutes. So thanks for stopping in, everybody, and I appreciate you dropping by my lives, and I'll see you guys next time. So thanks for watching.